Good morning, noon, or night, whenever you decide. For me, of course, it's 5 in the morning again. 5:40. Actually, it might be 5:50. Yeah, 5:50. Plenty of time before I got class. 10 minutes. Eating a muffin. I think I'm gonna work out after. Brought some energy just in case. Oh, yesterday was different. I did get things done, not as much as I'm gonna get done today, but along the way, again, I appreciate everyone who is enjoying the content, is helping with the vision, and also those that want to participate and be in the podcast. Once again, guys, just message me, DM me, say what's up if you want to be a guest. It's that simple. It's that simple. Today on the agenda, we already got Forex out of the way. Now, normally I wake up at 4:30, 5:30 to look at the market and see how it is doing pre-New York and post-New York. So it opens at 5, which is 8 their time. And the price for gold just skyrockets up. It always does one thing. It either goes down or goes up typically whenever that time is. So what does it do? Because of gold and how it reacts with people, boom, shoots right up. And then it starts to settle a little. So right before it does settle, I buy in for a sell, because what goes up must come down. Not always, but typically in fashion, what goes up must come down. So I doubled down on it, which is something you don't do. On top of that, I didn't even realize I used 0.02, I'm sorry, of my lot size, which is basically double. Twice. I did that twice. Again, don't do. That's not strategic. We're trading desperate, which is, again, something you just don't do. Be smart about your trades. You last longer that way. I have sunk $1,000 so far, and I got back. I don't even want to say I got back. Today we traded and we made. So I'm happy for that, because I'm done. I made $80 today on the market. I'm done. I'm not gonna fuck around. I'm gonna have my class. I'm gonna work out, and we're gonna work back on the podcast, because we got edits on videos to come up. We got Transform You Challenge with Debbie, and we have more things to learn. And again, March is around the corner, and we need to complete the Rich Fit Engine to roll out to people. So let's go to class. Good morning, noon, or night. Let's lift. Oh, yeah. Not really satisfied. I feel, if you can tell, my butt rise a little bit, and then the rest follows. A lot of low back. So we have to take the 25s off and go just 2 plates and work on that form, because can't let that break down, because my low back is gonna be at the end of this if that's what we're doing. Sometimes you gotta drop down, guys. It's okay. Just do it. Maintain that form. Don't ego lift. Unless there's someone around. Just kidding. Well, end workout. My workout itself was 1 hour and 37 minutes, which is as long as I was in class, because I was there from 6 to 7:30. But I rolled until probably about 7:20. Interesting too, you know, flow, roll, all different and new stuff for me. So super happy with the day, the week. It's only 9 and I got 3 hours of workout in. Wasn't expecting actually to be like at the gym and working out for so long, and I knew I wanted to get a workout in. I didn't expect it again to be like as long as it did. And damn, I missed the light. Oh well. And I'm not hating on myself. Should have gone right. Oh well. Just making sure, you know, like when time comes, I got to be pretty efficient. And today I wasn't very efficient, like at all. So got to do that. I did cut it off though. I'm like, dang, it's already like 9. I'm towards the end of my workout because I just had to do some ab stuff. So we finished off strong with abs, like you should always try to do. Gonna go home, make sure I got posts set up for the day for myself, for Transform You, and then comes the real what's up, because I will have another, again, video dropping next week. I need to make sure that I got people set up for next week as well to do interviews. This weekend, I do not have any rehearsal until Tuesday night. We're gonna do fittings, and I'm excited again for that. Once again, you know, gotta practice singing, blocking, choreographing. So again, with everything going on, yeah, just don't get overwhelmed, maintain the balance. Again, I don't have work, right? So these things, you know, it's easy for me to get away from doing like these, as much as they are like extracurricular. It's very easy for me, I feel like, to get away from that and just to sit down and play video games all day or watch TV. But maybe later in the day, again, I could find time, or at least with my son as well, I could find time to enjoy that. But I think, you know, as far as the day is young and I have time, we got to make it worth it, and we got to, you know, really put our best foot forward and make sure we stay on top of ourselves, stay on top of being consistent. I think the hardest thing for anyone or anything is just that consistency, especially once you get complacent. So I'm back in a place where I can't be complacent. You know, everything that I say or do, you know, I gotta be smart with how I judge myself, how I move, and who I'm around, who I'm with, how I spend my time too. Because ultimately, you know, right now in such a vulnerable state and place, I feel as though like I can really move up that ladder or just get kicked down like real easily. So we're, you know, right in that middle point. We're right in that compression zone, if you know what I'm saying. You know, before we either break out and go up or sell and go down, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. Even the Forex game has its play on life. It's so crazy, so crazy. I should not be putting my mouth in my hands. Ugh, don't do that unless you wash your hands after the gym. But we made money in the market, so that was huge. We woke up, jumped into a trade super emotionally, doubled down, and we won. We got out alive. I wouldn't say won, right? So I turned nothing into something. We made about $70, $80. So, you know what I'm saying? And then we're done. We're done. I will watch, and I will just see. But I will not play. I will not jump in. I will not do what I normally do and go, oh, there's so much movement. Oh, there's so much money to be made. Ah, la, 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 la. The only other way that I could have been better today is if I would have woke up and hit that buy and then sold, hit that sell, come back through, right? Life does not work out that way, but nonetheless, I digress, because I got in, I got out. And that was before I even had my jujutsu class. Like 5 a.m., make some money, go do the rest of your day. So it is very volatile. I will say, as soon as the market opens up in the morning, New York is so volatile, and that's why it's very smart to watch the news, watch what happens in the first 15 and 30 minute marks, and then either make your moves, plot then, because very easy to just get ripped away. And as I go back and forth with learning, I'm also looking at the AI and be like, hey, was this a good, obviously she's like, no, you're dumb. Why is it not good? Well, if the price continues to rise, all your money's gone, because of the way that I staked, where I did and how I did. So all my money's gone. Luckily that did not happen. My pinky, I don't know what I did. Maybe it was when I was rolling or something. My pinky hurts a little bit. Like I bent like the nail back or something. Unless I don't know what I was doing. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Anywho, we're on a good roll for the day, making sure we stay on top of things. I think as I progress through and really start to like hit these markers and these checkpoints start to become a lot more muscle memory. So what I mean by that is like getting all of my videos set up and done, like maybe even at the start of the week or last night and stuff like that. So that way when I wake up in the morning, I don't have to worry about anything. All the videos for the following day are ready to go and set because I already planned it out at the end of my day. So that could be one of those things that I got to work on as well, just to keep the efficiency on my side. And as well, I'm cleared, right? So it's going to take me the next hour, I would say till about 10 or a little bit later, to get my edits and posted and done, which is actually pretty good that it's this time, because I want them to basically come out around that time anyways, because those are like those peak moments, those peak times. Obviously you got to play the algorithm correctly as well. When I don't post, when I do have time for other stuff, I need to start niching down a lot more, right? So what do I mean? I mean getting better at how I post, edits, hashtags, not just the content, but the caption as well for the content, you know what I'm saying? So making sure that whatever we say grabs the attention and grabs the viewer and everything like that. And then just being consistent, I think is huge as well. So I'm up to being able to post about 8 times a day through the week. So 8 times 5, that's 40 pieces of content that are short throughout the entire week. And I'll have 5 pieces of longer content, which are the dailies, right? And then 1 huge podcast each week. And that is, again, I repeat that is the goal, right? To maintain that. And there could be times where there's breaks. I'm on still season 4. Shout out to Frank again. Started with him 9 months ago, if not more. And we are finally able to really fucking push through that barrier, and we're on episode 6 next week. So it's huge because I was stalled out for a long time, not only with my own self, because I just a little bit afraid of reaching out and restarting it, but like I felt time wasn't on my side, right? And time will always be on your side. You just have to make it, right? That's it. The clock will continue to tick, right? So make it count, each tick. Be smarter with how you manage it, if you want, if that's you. If you're fine and your world is the way it needs to be, don't listen. But if you want more, you can have more, I promise you. Why? Because I'm gonna show you. I don't do this just because. I'm not just talking like smoke up your ass every day. I am doing this to create accountability for not only myself, but for you as well, as we follow through day after day, getting to good days, bad days, you know, fucking great days, horrible days, right? But overall, you know, the Olympian said it. I forgot what her name is, but she says, isn't it so awesome that you could literally control how you think, and anything is possible as long as you just follow through with what you tell yourself, right? Like, worse things could happen to you, but still today could be like a fucking fantastic day because you continue to tell yourself and push through all those hard, difficult obstacles that everyone else could crumble to. You know what I'm saying? This is why I appreciate getting back into flow state. In the gym and exercising and movement and meeting people. And yeah, I'm that person. If you guys know me, like, I'll talk to a tree. And as time has gone on a little bit, and as I get older, like, I have pulled back a lot of how I would just be out there with virtually anyone, and the obnoxious things that I would do. Again, have pulled back a lot on those for good reasons. Obviously, we gotta grow up, but still maintaining somehow that like it factor of who you are. That's where I'm at, is creating that balance of like making sure that I put forward like who I am whenever I am doing and being in my interactions, and like going back into something that is technical, and you have to trust the person like across from you as far as like rolling around and doing jujitsu. Because if I'm not maintained, or if I'm not, you know, I'm trying to understand, learn, and execute, right? I'm not necessarily trying to hurt the person, but I'm trying to, you know, beat them for the most part, right? In our case and scenario. So that's a lot of trust, and the person across from me has more technique ability, and they got to put a lot of trust in me to not hurt them, you know, especially. So being open with everything has been awesome and fun and great. And some people so far have, you know, pushed me to different points, and it's only day 2. And then, you know, our instructor as well has been like, you know, on it as much as he can, and then we'll pull back at little points, right, to, you know, make sure like, hey, you're still good. Hell yeah, the city of Fresno is here to fix our freaking water leak that's been at our apartment since day 1. There's always mosquitoes and shit around there, so it's gross and terrible during the summer. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So that way that'll finally dry up, and we don't have to worry about as many mosquitoes, hopefully. Oh, well, like I said, we got to get back to the grind, and then post yesterday's video, which wasn't anything crazy. It was literally just a quick talk and then a session. That's it. And today, so far, again, it's going to be probably kind of impactful, as I think Wednesday was too. I didn't even finish my muffin. I had half of my muffin and a full Celsius, and then we just started killing it for the entire day. Oh, okay. I gotta get my strength, energy back. I could fall asleep, but I won't. I'm gonna get some stuff done, and I'm gonna keep striving to be greater, better, and get to that point, man, and just keep grinding and getting to a point to where, like, you know, achieve that dream. And for me, you know, I want to do acting, so I'm following through with the things that are going to help me, and then creating networks, and again, being here for you guys, and vice versa. So stay tuned and continue to follow. All right, well, this is a good thing and a bad thing about having time. Because, I guess I'll wait for this guy. Because we're gonna go hit some balls with our father, you know. So we got me taken care of, the podcast taken care of, Transform You taken care of. Now, of course, there's always more. Always. But I think we did good. I think we got to take a little bit for ourselves. And this is our balance. And it's going to be fun. And I'll beat my dad. And then one day my son will beat me. If he wants to play golf, it's a pain. Anywho, we're on our way. Oh, my Lanta. Holy shit! Where did this car come from? Anywho, we're good. So we actually played long enough. Normally an hour and a half is never long enough for us to get through a course. So we did 2 hours and we were able to get through full 18, like literally at the end, it was like we were done. And that was like after my dad had already given up because he was at plus 33. I ended up plus 22. Not as bad. But, or maybe like plus 24. Still, not as bad. Still pretty hard, pretty terrible. The course itself was pretty tough. I had a lot of fun shots that I enjoyed. And then others that I was just like, ooh. I'm so, like keen on trying to get my driver dialed in that all my irons now are pretty like meh. And before, all my irons are a lot more solid because my driver was meh. So I had to rely on my iron shots. Sir, I need to practice more on the irons again. But for the most part, I had a fun time. And Theo David joined us halfway through and did an hour practice himself, which I'm sure he had fun with too, because he was able to hit some shots and go, and then others go, God bless his soul for thinking he had the random ability to be good at golf, but I think this one's just gonna take some time, a little bit of effort and practice, because in my opinion, man, I've been trying for about 14 years and I'm barely scratching the surface. And I could kind of, because I've had it broken down to me too, but never like kind of one-on-one have like an hour only practice on this type of taught to me. Always more or less like in the moment between like my best friend Colby or his dad or my stepdad or my Uncle John. My stepdad wouldn't teach me that much because he's a lefty, so it's hard to show. But yeah, it's definitely something that I think, you know, I could be eating my words because he plays basketball, but Steph Curry's a pretty solid golfer, so I don't know, maybe it's just the time and effort it takes to build technique, but it is, for me at least, fun, and I try not to take it too serious because that's when it starts to get frustrating. Is you know how to do it and you want to try and you want to do so good. Good job, car. Car pump brakes. He's like, oh, another car. But we hit a 330 drive. David saw it. It happened. Is it on the tracer? Yes. With compensation? Yes. Is it more or less a 300-yard drive? Maybe. At the very end, I hit a long drive for just about 300 for the marker point, but the tracer didn't catch it. But my did, sir. Just saying. I'm gonna come out there and start shagging balls. I got about 10 minutes. Gonna change, wash up real quick, just throw some water on my face, I don't know. And then gotta go pick up baby, and then we're gonna have baby for the rest of the night. So we're gonna have dinner together. Maybe I'm gonna cook a tomahawk because I have a tomahawk steak and it needs to be cooked. So we're gonna have fun with that, and we're gonna have fun with my kid. And it's been a good day. And we gotta tighten up some loose bolts, like on our Transform You challenge, which we're working with everyone diligently to try to get some great content out for people, so we can start flooding that funnel there and teaching people all about VO2s. I need to be back on my VO2 grind as well. And last but not least, before I let you go, and I'll see you tomorrow. The gym is back, and as March approaches, I'm releasing my program. So be ready. Be ready.
Did he like to swing his feet? Yeah, big steak, huh? Nah, I know.
Okay. You're so adorable. Tractor. First off, that fat is crazy right there. Just gonna slice into that. Wow. Wow. Just those fat slices are crazy. There we go. Oh my gosh, this flavor is so rich. One more. Beautiful. Just look at that. It's an amazing tomahawk right there. How about it, baby? I can cook too. Zay, you ready to eat?